Damn, it's a shame. Things we go through today in our world and our society. Did you hear about what happened the other night? A young lady was walking down the street, got drunk into an alley. The shit was kinda, fucked up, slick, sly, mysterious, but yet discreet. Her brother asked her to come over so he can have a little conversation with her. She was walking down the street with her baby trying to get home because of the weather. It was pouring down outside and she didn't want her baby to get sick. That's what you call a good mother, sacrificing herself, running home so that her little one can, eventually get grown. But this fool pulled her into the corner and tried to give her a little conversation. She kept trying to brush him off, but he kept coming up and making advances, doing whatever. After a while, she started to speed up and try to get home a little faster, but he kept creeping up behind her and up beside her like that little nursery rhyme said, that little spider. Eventually, she yelled down and kept telling him no. So what did he do? Slapped her over the motherfucking head, declothed her, and took what he wanted from her, and left her there for dead. It's a damn shame how a sister had to go. In your mind you might be asking, well, what happened to the young baby? And that's the saddest part, 3 weeks later, after they finally found her body and she was identified, the parents asked, well, what happened to our grandchild? He was with her on this stroll even though it was late at night, and I told her that she shouldn't go out, but the baby needed milk, Pampers, and her being a good mom, she did what she had to do. She made that long walk because the baby father wasn't there to do what he needed to. And the police said, well, there was no baby recovered. There wasn't even one at the scene. Now we need to go out and investigate because this case is getting kind of mysterious and it's upsetting me. So they went back and they started to search the crime scene. As they looked around and started tossing things up and down, someone kicked over a garbage can and a rattle hit the floor and made a unique sound. The investigators ran over to try to see what that sound might have been. They turned over the garbage can and turned over bins. And when they finally looked inside, they couldn't believe their eyes as they put their head down and all of them began to cry. As they opened up the can to see the rats and roaches and all the vermin of the ground of the night sitting there feasting on this young baby's body. What a motherfucking frightful sight. Me being lead investigator, I had to take the body and collect the evidence. It's a picture in my mind that I just can't let go of. I made sure that I attended the funeral. But believe it or not, we caught the criminal. They say the street justice isn't the right justice, but when you go to court and the system lets go of a convicted murderer and a rapist because of technicalities, because someone forgot to read them their rights, bullshit. But that's alright. When they let him go, I kind of walked up beside him one night, with my street clothes on, looking kind of spiffy, ready, willing, had my nice cologne on. And I asked him, yo man, I heard about what you did a few weeks ago, man. I give you mad props. That took real street cred. Was that really you? Him being arrogant, he had to admit to it like a fool. I said, well, guess what? You don't get props for doing what you did. That was a woman and a kid. I slit that motherfucker's throat. Street justice. Now it's served. And the criminal's dead. Sometimes justice is justice, one way or another. Coming to you from the Mystical Poet 1.